The runner-up to Best Film in the series is the original 1997 Anaconda, directed by Luis Loza and starring Jennifer Lopez, Ice Cube, Jon Voight, and Owen Wilson. While the film is not a cinematic masterpiece by any stretch of the mind, the characters are likable and the plot is interesting, if fairly simplistic. It follows the same progression as basically any creature feature or killer animal movie, but the anaconda effects are well done for 90 seconds CGI, and the vocal stylings of legendary voice actor Frank Welker add a lot to the reality of the snake. The biggest things that bring this film down are the simplistic plot, overacting, and the score, which always seems strangely out of place. Despite its flaws, this film is overall a satisfying killer animal monster movie, especially if moviegoers measure their expectations appropriately to a horror comedy about giant killer snakes. It's not scientifically accurate, although this film doesn't make any major scientific blunders aside from the size of the snake, which is an award that can definitely not be given to most of the other films in the series. However, it is a great deal of fun and should definitely receive more love than it gets. The overall best film in the Anaconda series is, surprisingly, the sequel, Anacondas, The Hunt for the Blood Orchid. Unlike most sequels, this film expanded on the original story with a more in-depth plot, interesting character conflicts, and equivalent if not better effects, plus a better score. Directed by Dwight H. Little, famous director of genre films Halloween 4 and Robert Englund's 1989 Phantom of the Opera, this film stars mostly small-time actors, but features a plot with a lot more to sink one's teeth into than the original. Thanks to the more nuanced plot and less budget spent on well-known actors, this film is able to do a lot more, and thus feels significantly more satisfying than any of the other Anaconda films. While it does have some major shortcomings, like how atrociously fake Cody Strickland's southern accent becomes sporadically through the film, it's ultimately a worthwhile sequel, and holds its own in the ranks of movies about killer reptiles.